just around the corner, my people. And I think it's time to start looking for opportunities and ways to be able to make sure we have guaranteed money getting put inside our pockets, not only mine, but also yours. And today, I got 2 guaranteed locks, 2 predictions on the Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith fight taking place January 10th, and also Agit Kabayel taking on Knyba in Germany for his return, his homecoming fight January 10th as well. Starting off with Subriel Matias. You guys, look at the odds between Subriel Matias, the pride of Puerto Rico, with a record of 23-2-1, 22 of those wins coming by way of knockout, okay? Former IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, reigning, defending WBC junior welterweight champion of the world, and is coming off an absolutely tough fight with the Puerto Pueblo after taking the strap off of him. This was a fight that could have went both ways. You had a lot of people arguing that a Puerto Pueblo should have won that fight, that Subriel won that fight. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We move on. Now, Subriel Matias, standing at 5'8", with a 71-inch reach, is going to be taking on 5'9.5" with 70-inch reach, the undefeated British champion, the WBC silver junior welterweight champion, Dalton Thunder Smith, with a record of 18-0, undefeated, 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout. You guys, this is about as easy as it gets in making a prediction and putting money in our pockets. When you see odds like this, Subriel Matias, who is the more established, more experienced, more heart-gutted fighter, based off of what we've seen of him, compared to Dalton Smith, who, when you look at the resume and record of Dalton Smith, it actually surprises me that he is in this situation. In my opinion, I think Dalton Smith might have one of the most padded records for an individual to be competing for a world championship fight. Dalton Smith, yes, he's undefeated, but I'm telling you guys right now, if you are putting money on this fight and you think Dalton Smith is going to win this fight, just go look at his resume, okay? The toughest opponent and the most experienced fighter that he's ever fought was Jose Zepeda. And this was a Jose Zepeda from 2021 and down. Great Jose Zepeda, but very inactive, slow Jose Zepeda from 2022 and up. And go look at all the other fighters that Dalton Smith has fought and tell me, look at those fighters and who they fought. It is a fraud check resume. I'm telling you guys right now, this is one of the most padded records that I have ever seen. And we know, of course, he's coming from over the pond. Eddie Hearn and these guys, they like to build up their fighters. But this is the first time that he is ever going up against somebody like Subriel Matias. He's coming off a fight with Matthew Germain. Germain is nowhere near the skill level, nowhere even close to having the same style, movement, or anything like that when it comes to Subriel Matias. Subriel is a completely different fighter than any of the fighters that Dalton Smith has ever fought. This is a guy who, in my opinion, is a boxer puncher, but does like to put pressure, right? Likes to come forward. He is not going to be able to do that against Subriel Matias. And if he tries, good luck. I think, and I know, Subriel Matias is a guaranteed win against Dalton Smith. The odds may scare you. You may be thinking Dalton Smith is better than what you think, but minus 165 is what I'm seeing from BetUS. I do not understand. I don't know if it's the UK people out there that are, putting money on Dalton Smith and you're hoping that he got the boxing skills like Leon Peru to be able to survive this, be able to beat him. Or a Puerto Pueblo. I don't think he does, bro. He doesn't. And it's one of the most easiest open-eyed bets to make when picking a fighter straight up for such a cheap price, bro. Subriel Matias, I'm taking him all day against Dalton Smith. I am not even worried about this fight. I'm actually expecting an amazing showcase from Subriel Matias this weekend. Could be a knockout that could absolutely just catapult him once again, my friends, coming off, a close win against a Puerto Pueblo. Now, as for Agit Kabayel and Knyba, Agit Kabayel, my goodness, my friends, what is his record? 26-0, 18 KOs. The last 3 fighters that he's fought, Arslanbek Makhmudov, what he did to him, Frank Sanchez, and Zali Zhang, who just finished brutalizing, obliterating Deontay Wilder, and was also before that coming off a close fight with Joseph Parker where he dropped him 2 separate times in 2 different rounds. Still lost the fight. Joseph Parker found a way to be able to outbox him. But Zhang is no joke, the big bang. And what Agit Kabayel did to these 3 fighters is absolutely ridiculous, my friends. This is going to be the first time that he's defending his interim title against Knyba. Yes, 17-0, 11 KOs, standing at what? 6'7", is a monster, incredible reach, but is unexperienced, just like Dalton Smith. Go look at Knyba's last couple fighters that he's fought. Padded record. And this being Agit Kabayel's homecoming fight. Fighting in front of his German fans for the first time in years. Almost what? 3 years? 2 years? This is going to be a showcase fight for Agit Kabayel. They have the over-under at 8 rounds. I think it's going to go under, honestly. But if I had to pick something, I know for a fact Agit Kabayel will be finishing Knyba under 12, my friends. Agit Kabayel, right now, the way the heavyweight division is looking, with Alexander Usyk vacating bouts, not knowing what he's going to do next. Anthony Joshua coming back in the picture, RIP his homies. Tyson Fury coming out of retirement. Agit Kabayel wins this fight, and I know Knyba is very, very unknown, but I think this still sets Agit Kabayel up for the bigger, huger fights, my friends. And I don't know if anybody's going to want to fight this guy. That's how good Agit Kabayel is. So I got Agit Kabayel knocking out Knyba. And I got it going under 8.5 rounds. I got it. I got it going under. Agit in his hometown in Germany. Maybe nerves might come into effect here. But at the end of the day, I think Agit is well more established at that. I think he's a great, great boxer. And I do not doubt his skills and the potential that he has to be able to become a full world champion someday, okay? I got Agit winning, and I got Subriel Matias beating Dalton Smith pretty easily, my friends. It may go to decision, but it is going to be the hardest fight that Dalton Smith has ever had in his life. Subriel Matias, easy money. Agit Kabayel, ridiculously easy money. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm out.